Well, good evening, folks. Almost midnight again, 11:32 here. But what's new when it comes to this old codger? Anyway, one of the things that I'd like to talk to you tonight about honesty. I don't like dishonesty. I like honest people. You know, I have met several guys, and every time I see them, and they're not that old, in their 30s, maybe 40s, but the things that they have done, they should be 70. If they did everything that they told me that they had done in their life, uh, I mean, the stuff that they say they did isn't even realistic. What I mean by realistic is realistic that they were in that position because they were nothing but worthless people that could work for a living. Um, Tries to be a salesman all the time, one of them, and doesn't support. It's just he claims that he's got this and he's got that, and you name it, and he has it. And and there's another guy too that he didn't out and out lie, but he was a good friend of mine. I was in the army with him, and he wrote home to his parents. His parents were a friend of mine. We all went in the army together, and told him that we had to go through the confidence course in full gear. In other words, all of our backpacks and canteens and, I mean, you name it, we had it on. And we had to go across this thing, across this creek, and guys were falling in the creek. Well, that was true. We had one poor old guy, he just couldn't make it. I mean, he tried and he tried and he just kept falling in the creek. It was too big and he was too heavy and he wasn't in that kind of shape. And he just couldn't hang on. But the truth of the matter is, we did have our combat boots on, but we were stripped down to our feet, fatigues, and a t-shirt. Now, that's a big difference. Oh, he could tell the fish stories, too. He could tell the fish stories. Oh, God, that even reminds me of another older fellow that we used to ride to work together, and he just told about his history nonstop every day. When you get in the car, you got your stories over and over, the same stories. But he was kind of a cool guy. His weren't necessarily lies, but what I don't like is the exaggeration. And some of these guys that they come back from war, and you can tell who's really been in the war and who hasn't, just by the stories they tell. Those guys that really haven't, that have had really been in it, they don't talk about it all the time. They don't, they just are quiet. They don't talk about that. My dad didn't. But I like to be able to, when somebody's talking to me, believe that I'm being told the exact truth. honesty. I mean, uh, most people that are just honest can't even look you in the eye. But I've met a few. They can look you right in the eye like they were your blood brother and just lay it on. And it was all lies. I bought a GTO one time. I learned that you cannot believe what salesmen tell you. I've found that out. Yeah, anyway, I bought a GTO back in 71, and it looked like somebody carried salt in the trunk in that one area, and so it was going to have some rust repair there. But other than that, it was a beautiful car. I had a little wrinkle by the front fender. Other than that, it was just, I mean, the interior was mint. 289, 4-speed, tri-power. Oh. Anyway, I bought it. It's supposed to be mechanically perfect, just needed some body work. I wish I could buy it again for $450. That's what I paid for it, $450. It doesn't matter what kind of condition it is, you couldn't touch it for $450 today. But anyway, I dropped my wife off at a store, and then I went going around looking for a place to park, and I got on that thing a little bit. I couldn't even see behind me. It'd go like crazy, but I think it had a broken oil ring. Went through the oil like crazy. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I suckered there. Yeah, here about 10 years ago, maybe 11, I bought me an 06 Ford, no, an 03 Ford V10. I was in a hurry when I bought it because mine had broke down, and I was supposed to be down at a camp meeting. I was in the ministry, and all of us ministers go down there and help set up camp meeting, and I was late because the day before, my old 84 diesel had lost the oil pump. And so I had to have something to get my fifth wheel down there with. Anyway, I said, what kind of mileage should I get with this, pulling that thing? And he says, probably, you'd probably get about 12. I was lucky to get 12 when I was empty. I don't think I hardly ever got up to 12 empty even. And I had to ask him, what would I get pulling with it? Well, now I know that you don't get that kind of mileage with a V10. Plus that, they blow spark plugs. And anyway, honesty, I mean, that's what I like about the Super Affiliate Network. I mean, they're honest to a fault. But anyway, that's one of the things that really irritates me is people that are shifty, exaggerate the truth, and just lie. I mean, just tell you one story after another that couldn't possibly be true, and they'd have to be almost twice as old as they were to have done all that stuff. But anyway, I like honesty. You like honesty? I like honest people. So that I can trust them. I can take their word and go for it. Anyway, once again, just go ahead and click that link below, and don't hesitate too long. You're losing time. You could be already working towards your life change. But anyway, click the link below and check it out. See you tomorrow. Bye.